Morning everyone, welcome to DOdaily. Wake up to walk. Des here. Today I'm starting a brand new walking challenge to add real intention and purpose to what I do every Friday morning. A challenge called Clockwork Nottingham. I'm looking to walk 60 miles that circumnavigates the city, goes out much further than the city boundaries, but I'm looking to explore new locations and really enjoy getting up early, getting out and reaping all the benefits of attacking the day. Starting at the Urnale pub in Arnold, Nottingham. Week 1 is a 4-mile trek to the village of Lamley to the northeast of the city. I've been walking now for approximately 5 minutes and just encountered Arnott Hill Park, a place I know well, but a really nice place to walk through first thing in the morning. As the journey goes on, I'll be explaining where I am, taking photos and videos to try and highlight some of the amazing places it visits. Just leaving the town centre and passing through the park, I've encountered the disused railway line, which used to serve Daybrook and Arnold Station, more commonly known as Daybrook. The Lean Valley line used to leave Nottingham Station, passing through Gedling, Mapley, and down through Arnold before heading away towards Bestwood and further out to Derbyshire. It's not been used for many years. Now, like many, it's just a nature trail and a nice place to walk. I thought this would be a great opportunity with the peace and quiet to explain what the Clockwork Walk's all about. 60 miles, so it's a mile a minute on the clock. It's broken down into 12 segments of 3, 4, 5 miles at a time to make up those 60 miles. So it's 12 hours of the clock. It circumnavigates the city in a clockwise direction, and quite cleverly, if you walk at 2.5 miles an hour, it's going to take you 24 hours to complete. Also, if you did one leg a month, I don't plan on doing that personally, I plan on doing it over 12 weeks, but if you walk one leg a month, it will take you 12 months to complete. Like it says, works like clockwork. The walk itself was designed by a chap called John Furs, who's part of the Bridgeford Methodist walking group. What he was looking to do was use an idea that had been used in other places, develop it and offer the members of his group the chance to take part throughout the COVID pandemic, a chance to get out, enjoy the fresh air and activity when we needed it most. Incidentally, today's start point is quite close to where I grew up and where I lived during my adult life, so I'm quite familiar with the path so far, but as the route goes on it gets unfamiliar, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what it's got to offer. At the end of what's left of the disused railway line, you leave Arnold Town Centre and approach what's known locally as Plains Estate. While still part of Arnold, technically, it's got its own identity. Not sure when it was built, but probably not long after England won the World Cup in 1966. Anybody who's been to this part of the world knows the street names are named after all the famous players. Banks Close, Peters Road, and the main road that goes through Plains Estate is actually Ramsey Drive. Of course, the manager of that team was Sir Alf Ramsey. A little bit bizarrely, and I'm not sure why, some of the street names are also named after famous cricketers. Cowdrey Close, Sobers Close, but just shows some of the sporting heritage and the football and the cricket that's thought of highly in this part of the world. Approximately 2 miles into this walk, you reach the busy road at the end of Arnold, so to speak. At this point, you cross over into what's known as Lamley Dumbles and head down into the village. I've been looking forward to this. A place I've never visited, but also the first half of that walk is all uphill. From this point, you drop down into the village and get to see some amazing surroundings at the same time. I've seen lots of dog walkers out and about enjoying the route, so really looking forward. Having been recommended to take a visit here, bizarrely at some point in my life I lived 2 minutes away, but it was when I wasn't as keen to walk or take part in my activity on a Friday morning. Today's the perfect chance to explore somewhere new and to really make the most of it. Walking through the scenic but very peaceful Lamley Dumbles gives me a great opportunity to spend some time discussing all the real reasons that I wake up to walk on a Friday morning, my real purpose, along with adding purpose and intention, as I mentioned at the start, of the challenge of exploring somewhere new, learning new things about where I live, all things I enjoy, and of course the activity itself. My main motivation is to process what's gone before during the week and really look forward to the weekend. I kind of want to start today by saying that it's been so important to start a new challenge. It's been a difficult week this week. I'm not quite sure why. If you watched Thursday Thoughts episode, please check that out. It's quite honest and raw about not feeling too good. Not quite sure why, but it's been a week of that really. Just sort of trying to process what's getting to me, what's making me feel a little bit flat. So, whilst this morning it was a little bit of a struggle, the weather has not been as great as it has over the last couple of Fridays. It was a bit of a struggle to get up and get out really early, ensuring I've got the time to get this in before setting about the day. It was something I really had to do. I mentioned during that episode yesterday that we have to sometimes resort to what we know works, and this has always been the perfect time for me to process everything, come to terms with it, almost use it for soul searching and dig deep into my conscience and find out what's really wrong. Whilst there's no real answers so far, it's just great to get out and be enthusiastic about something you enjoy. Pass on this information, share it, enthuse about it, and just be positive. Create some positive energy. Whilst the activity does that, of course, doing something you love and sharing it with people who might be interested is great for that too. And the more I can sort of realise that, understand it, it makes the world a difference. People who've tuned in to DOdaily for a long time now will know I did the Robin Hood walk. I'll post a playlist to that at the end of the video. Last year I took on the 112 miles from Nottingham Castle up to the Major Oak and Edwinstowe village in Sherwood Forest. Again, weaving across the county, finding new places, doing learning and enjoying new things, and it really it was really inspiring, uplifting as I was doing it. I'm hoping this challenge will be the same. Already I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the day, especially feeling 10 times better than the way I felt when I went to sleep. And despite a tough night, a bit of tiredness, like I say, tough to get up this morning, it's just been absolutely great to be out and about, attacking the day, waking up to walk. I'll always encourage that. It's so important to get in some activity, get them endorphins flowing, and as I mentioned there, build some positive energy, especially when you're not feeling on top form. I'm hoping this is not just the start of a challenge, it's the start of feeling great again. Something I got used to in recent weeks and months. Not quite used to the way I felt this week. So before things got out of control, it was time to take action. This has been planned in for a while, and all I can say is I'm really glad I've done it. Approaching 3/4 of the way through, getting towards the village of Lamley. It's been absolutely amazing. I'll check in before I go, but so far, so much to see. Just look at these surroundings here. Beautiful place in the Nottinghamshire countryside. One significant piece of information I forgot to mention when explaining this walk was that all the start and end points are accessible by public transport, and each leg has a refreshment stop along the way. That's really important if you're getting out. Fortunately, I've got Kay to look after me. She drops me off, picks me up. Today, she's out for a run. Also, attacking a Friday morning. I do it this way, she does it that way, but regardless, it's great to get going and do what we do. Today, the 4 miles for me is quite doable. Really enjoyed tackling it so far. Approaching the end, so I'll check back in before I finish to let you know how I got on. But really enjoying the quiet surroundings and everything Lamley Dumbles has got to offer. Having entered the very quaint and picturesque village of Lamley, I'm drawing to the end of today's 4-mile walk. Really enjoyed the first leg of Clockwork Notts. Looking forward to taking on the next stage next week. But for now, feeling much better about what I do. Again, perfect reminder to get out, attack the day, do all the things you enjoy and try and make the most of them. Whilst we've got another busy-ish weekend ahead, after that tough week, I'm really looking forward to building on this activity. Of course, I'll be park running tomorrow, another brand new location. Check out the vlog on Wednesday, and then I'll be at the running club I run here in Nottingham on Sunday morning, doing what I do there. Little bits to do around it, but a little bit quieter than normal. So all in all, really looking forward to it. This has definitely made me feel so much better. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this week's episode of Wake Up to Walk. Hopefully you'll tune in and check out my progress throughout this challenge. So if you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. Just trying to find ways of encouraging activity, encouraging well-being, and talking about things that might make us feel better, things that are affecting us in a light-hearted and realistic, relatable and honest way. Until next week, have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy whatever's in store for you. Just doing it.